What was the last thing we talked about? Motivation. To have a goal, no?
Yes.
To have something you want to achieve. So, to have the right motivation. Have the right motivation so that you are gonna do what you have to do. After that is clear, after you have, everybody of you has a motivation?
Yes.
We need some purpose so that we are gonna strive for something. Otherwise, we're just gonna roam around aimlessly. So once we have a purpose, once we have a goal, what we are striving for, now we want to achieve something and we will go, we are ready to practice, we are ready to do what we have to do when the storm comes, when difficult time comes. We're not just giving up straight away. Because we know if we give up, then we're never going to reach the goal. Like we made the example, if you come from Lisbon and 1 hour later you stop the car and you don't want to carry on driving, you're never going to reach the goal, right?
Okay.
Sometimes it is like when you're... Anybody ever flew to India or somewhere overseas, a long flight? So while you go in the plane, you are aware that this is going to be a journey of 3 hours, of 12 hours, of 8 hours, and therefore you don't bother about the journey. You sit in the plane and you bear it, because in the plane nothing changes. You're always in the same environment. That is also sometimes when you are on your spiritual path. When you do your spiritual practice, sometimes it feels like nothing changes. I'm not changing, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not transforming, I'm always the same. Or you might get even worse. You have noticed that you're getting worse sometimes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Like I know people in the ashram which live like almost 10 years there, and they're like saying, I don't know, Swami, I was such a lovely person, I have become such a monster. Yeah? Like I was smiling and being kind with everybody, and now suddenly I'm like, somebody just says one word and I'm like, yeah? Maybe it's not working for me. Maybe I'm not a good spiritual person. But we know that when you go to India on an 8 hours flight, that it's gonna take 8 hours. And you bear it. You know that when you're in the spiritual journey and you want to achieve some spiritual goal, whatever your goal is, be it getting rid of some limitations, getting rid of some negative qualities, or even realizing who you truly are, or even realizing what is your true relationship with God and living that relationship. I'm just giving you an idea that these goals, they are not small goals. This is not a weekend course. This is not a 6 months practice. So our goal is not just some happiness. Maybe it is for some, and that's okay, to be more balanced and so on. But for those who have a tilak on their forehead, for those who want to achieve the love of God, you're not looking for some happiness. Because where there's happiness, there's misery. Unless you achieve the eternal happiness. So you know this is going to be a long, long journey. 12 hours flight to Australia. You are on this plane, and in this plane, it's just sometimes seemingly nothing changes. Sometimes it even seems things are getting worse. Yeah, because you have some weird guy sitting next to you, which now falls asleep and snores. Just making the picture, yeah? How it can get worse, yeah? But you know that once the plane lands, you're gonna go out from that plane, and everything has changed. It may seem while you're on the journey that nothing changes, but in reality everything changes. That's like when you have a child. If you see a child in front of you all the time, you don't see really that it's growing up, right?
Yes.
If you keep distance from the child, you see it after a few months, it's like, whoa, you have grown up. The same is with you. You are all the time. Who is your constant companion? Who is your constant companion? You yourself. So you might not see your change, but there is change. I can guarantee you from the faces I see here that there's a lot of change. All of you I can see here have changed a lot in the few years, few months, or even few weeks or few hours I know you. So don't lose hope if you don't see the change. Don't lose hope if there's like negativity coming up, because that's part of the process. Stories where God incarnates. And in one story there's the churning of the ocean. In the churning of the ocean, what happens? The gods, they are fighting with the demons. It's like we fighting with our inner demons all the time. This inner battle is going on and on and on. But the demons, their guru, Shukracharya, he has a special mantra, Sanjeevani mantra. And the Sanjeevani mantra can resurrect all the time the demons when they fall dead. So the devas, the gods, have no chance to overcome the demons. The devas, the good qualities, have no chance to overcome the negative quality, because they're always resurrecting. Sounds familiar, right? So now what are the devas doing? They're going to Lord Narayana and they ask him for help. And he says, what? You don't worry, I'm gonna take care. You go and churn the ocean. Churn the ocean and churn as long till you get the Amrit, the nectar of immortality. And I will make sure that you will drink the nectar of immortality, that you will be safe and they not. So I will make sure that you will get to the goal. Like he says, Aham tva sarva pape pyo moksha ishyami masucha. I will take care of all your sins. I will liberate you from all those things. Trust in it, don't fear. But what he has to do, what does Indra, the king of the gods, have to do? He has to go down and ask the demons for help. Because alone he can't do that. Alone the gods can't churn the ocean. What does that symbolize? It shows us that if we are only focused on the good in our life, we will never get the nectar of immortality. We will have to be able to accept also our negative sides, our limitations. We have to accept ourselves the way we are. Only if we do that, then there's a chance that we can churn the ocean and get the Amrit. Right? So what happens? They churn the ocean. They take Mount Meru. They take Vyasuki. They start churning. Now Narayana comes down underneath as a turtle to uphold the mountain because it's sinking all the time. God is that one which keeps our spiritual path upright. And what's the first thing that comes out?
Poison.
Poison. Halhala. Tremendous poison comes out. Green fumes everywhere. Everybody falls dead to bed. It's coughing. It's like, ah. They're all dying. They don't know what to do because this poison comes out. Like when we start our sadhana, all the poison comes out. Physical poison, all the purification what we need on our physical level, energetically, and so on and so on. That's why in the spiritual path it is like constant, yeah? That's why it's so beautiful if the Sangha comes together. You know exactly that stuff is gonna come up. And if it's not gonna come up, Guruji is gonna drop a bomb in the middle. Because it's not about pretending that we're all saints. It's about really becoming saints. really becoming sano, santo, holy, whole, healthy. Healthy from our worldly sickness, healthy from all those things. So that is what we see on the spiritual path. That's what we see in this churning of the ocean. What keeps on? They keep churning the ocean, and that is actually our sadhana. We are churning the ocean. Every day we are keeping on doing our sadhana, our introspection, and so on and so on. Many more gifts will come up. Many more gifts will come up. Even Lakshmi will come out. Prosperity, good fortune and everything. Do you stop when Lakshmi comes up?
No.
If you stop when Lakshmi comes up, you're not going to get ever the Amrit. You never started the churning of the ocean because you wanted to get wealth and good health and so on and so on. You wanted the Amrit. And that's where Guruji is here, and he will keep us reminding. Keep us reminding, know why you are here. Know what is your purpose. Don't lose your focus. And that is very important. That is why we have such a luck to have Guruji, which will take us by our hand. Like you achieve something, you get some feeling, some whatever, and you think, oh, now I got it. He's going to show you very quickly that you got nothing. Yeah? Any love, any greatness what you felt, or I don't know about you, but I can say about myself, the most greatest experience of love he ever gave me. Like not a drop more, and I would like think I could not handle it. The most beautiful thing ever. Nothing in this world can ever get close to that. But still at the same moment, I know that it's not even a grain of sand from all the beaches of the world. It's not even a drop from the ocean of love, what he truly is and what he's ready to give us. So don't stop there. Don't get attached to that one. But keep going, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. Don't get up, don't fly out from the airplane, especially if you don't have a parachute. Don't jump up from the airplane, don't stop on the highway. Don't stop churning the ocean, keep on going. Perseverance, perseverance. That you can only if you have that motivation. Yes, we have that desire, we know what we really want, but there are some limitations that we don't do it. Like we might do it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 month, but then we skip 1 day. And once we have skipped 1 day, we might skip a second day. And once we have skipped a second day, let's get it a week. Yeah, and suddenly a month has passed and you notice, oh, I haven't done my sadhana, isn't it? Is that what more people experience or just what one person experienced here?
No, it happened.
Hello?
It happened to me.
Very practically, what you should apply in your life is make agreement with yourself. If you know that your weakness is that you're going to skip a day and that is going to result in probably a month in the end, then make it a habit, make it a rule for yourself. Every day I'm going to take time for it. That doesn't mean that every day I'm going to do the full program, 1 hour and whatever. But I'm going to make it my absolute work, my absolute habit, that I'm going to take time for it. Even if it's 5 minutes. I'm going to put my body, my whole system into a habit that I need to take time, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's mechanical, even if I don't feel anything, I will do it just so that I'm not getting out of that rhythm. Because that's what happens. You skip one and you notice actually, well, life goes on. It's not that bad. I can stay without food for 1 day. And then you get sucked in slowly in the world, and the second day and the third day, and you still kind of, I still survive, I'm still okay, sometimes I do my mantra in between, it's okay. And only when you're really, really down, then it's like, then you notice that, my immune system is not good. I need to take medicine, but now I'm sick. But you should do that if you keep on doing it. So a very practical thing, which again, of course, it's your choice, but where no excuse can be of no time, laziness and whatever. If you say, I'm gonna do it, even if it's 5 minutes, that will keep a habit where you stay on track. Because the problem is, people go and take medicine when they are sick. But before they eat a lot of fast food and stuff. Right? First we make ourselves sick, there we save money because we don't want good food, we want cheap food, and then we go and spend a lot of money on buying medications to get healthy again. But the same is in the spiritual field. We're not taking the time to take care of us, to get healthy, and then we have to work more hard afterwards. Guruji is always there on our side and he's helping us, but it is up to us to do our part. You see, the Vedas say that from your spiritual path, 25% of it, it's your job. 25% is the grace of the Guru, and 50% is just pure grace of God. So you don't need to worry about what God is doing. He's going to do his job, right? That's not our business. We don't need to worry about what Guruji is doing because he's doing his job. He's going to do what he has to do. The only thing we have to worry, not worry, but take care, is what we're going to do. Our 25%. And you see, if you want to have 100%, you're gonna have to give 100% in your 25%. You understand the maths?
Yeah.
Like even if you got 75 from Guru and God fully given, you're only doing 20, you're gonna be on 95. It's not gonna be the full cup. That is our choice, that is our part. And there is ways to get out from our weaknesses and so on by firstly having an understanding that those things are normal, that sometimes I don't see a change, that sometimes things seem to get worse. I just don't have to identify and keep going, persevere. Because if you persevere, if you keep going and you see suddenly, oh, life is sucking me in, I'm this problem, that problem, job problem, money problem, I am getting really troubled and my life is upside down. This sometimes happens to you?
Yes.
Yes! That Krishna says in chapter 18, if you are my devotee, if you surrender to me, I'm gonna lead you safely through every difficulty. He never has said anything of you're gonna not have any difficulty. He just said, I'm gonna hold your hand and guide you through it. That I guarantee you. But never said that you're not gonna have difficulty. Probably gonna have more.
Yes.
Because you want it, you accelerated, you want it quickly, yeah? Like when Guruji was asked why spiritual people often have more problems than non-spiritual people. What did he say? Because God loves them very much. Like he loves everybody, but them he loves really much because you see, the spiritual path is like a furnace. Have you ever been to a nice pizzeria with a pizza oven?
Yes.
Like, yeah? There's just a limited space for pizza. Who orders first gets first. So the spiritual path is like this oven. And then God looks down and he's like, who am I gonna put in first? And then we are there and we're like, me. Yeah? And then he picks us up and he puts us in the oven and he starts turning it, yeah? And then we're like, not me. Yeah? Yeah? So if we are aware of this, If we are really aware of this, then we're going to see that everything what happens in life is His grace, is an answer to His prayers, to our prayers. If we dedicate our life to God and to Guruji, He's going to take care of us. If we have a clear purpose, as much as you want to reach the goal, He wants it 1,000,000 times more for you. As much as you want to love and realize the love what you are, He wants it 1,000,000 times more. And He has all the power to get you there. So if it's right now not the case, then it's because you need still some time. You're still in the plane. So don't jump out. Don't stop the car. Keep on going, even if you go slowly. But keep on going. Never stop. Make it a habit. Look out for people who are on the same track, who are on the same plane. Talk with them. Speak with people who are going to the same direction. Catch up with them and help each other to keep track. That's what a life of devotee is. That's where Sangha comes into play. When I see my difficulties and I understand the psychologic which is behind, I'm gonna start understand somebody else. Sometimes somebody has just a bad day. So I can get upset about that person. I'm gonna have compassion with that person and give that person some understanding and some love. And maybe tomorrow it's gonna be better. Maybe the day after I am the one who needs some understanding. So that is all part of the path, and all of those are possibilities for us to grow, and all of that is connected with sadhana. Have a clear motivation, a clear goal, go for that goal, keep that focus. Yeah, when you have difficult times, don't stop. Often people, when they are not in a good mood, when they are not healthy, they stop taking medicine. I mean spiritually. Have you ever noticed when you are very in a good mood, you just learned Atma Kriya Yoga and whatever, and you're very motivated, and you practice every day, and now you're gonna have a problem, now you have troubles coming from all sides, now you don't have time anymore to do your practice. Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Is that not weird? That when you need it the most, you stop taking the medicine.
Yes.
If we know those things, then we might have one more motivation to keep going. Because yes, sometimes you sit down and your mind is like all over. You have a problem, you're gonna sit down to do your sadhana, your problem is right in front of your face, isn't it? It would be more of a calming of the mind to just switch on the TV and watch some TV or go to sleep, isn't it? That seems to be the better medicine. But do we really believe that? Because even if I do my kriya and my mind is all over and I can't calm it and whatever, even then every breath contains the grace, contains the Om. Even then, all the practice I'm doing is gonna soothe my wound. And yes, sometimes you have a wound and you have to disinfect it, you put the disinfection, ouch, it's hurting more. But the day after, the wound was clean and it's okay, it can heal. You don't put disinfection, the next day it's gonna be infected. You understand?
Yes.
So, keep your motivation and keep your discipline. Even if sometimes it's less disciplined, but make it a habit to always take your time. That must be so that that goal becomes more and more your priority. And when you have that, if you help yourself, God will help you. Guruji is there to hold our hand. There's no way we're not going to reach. There's no way that that he's not going to take care of us, but he's going to enforce us so that we find our strength.
Sorry.
So many times I was in a weak spot, and I went to Guruji just to tell him how weak I am. And guess what? I told him how weak I am and how miserable my life is, and he just bashed it. Like, first he might have tried to, like, what's going on? And I'm like, nothing. Come on, what's going on? You know that? That's like this game, like, give me some attention. No, nothing. No, nothing. And then finally I'm pecking and saying what's going on, and I'm expecting what? Oh, poor you. Oh yeah, you're a poor victim, yeah, that's a bad person, yeah, the situation. No, that was never the case. The answer was always, you're a stupid idiot. It's your fault. I can't help you. It's up to you. You want to be miserable? Be miserable. You want to change? Change. You know what I learned in those moments? That when you think you are really down and there's no lower place, there's always a lower place. You can always be more down. It can always seem worse. Yeah? Mam ekam sharanam vraja. You are my only refuge, and now I go to my only refuge and you are saying I can't help you. It's your business. Like, what does that give you? It's like, now I'm really alone. Now I'm really lost. Now there's really no chance for me. Like, I'm completely up till here, not till here. I can't, I don't see any exit anymore. I don't see where I could get out of these troubles. You know that sometimes, no? It seems like, whoa, the whole world is growing, like drama, 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 drama. My drama is the biggest drama, everybody thinks that. And he says, it's up to you to change. So, by the grace of the Guru and by his very great tool called suffering, I came at some point to the conclusion, maybe he's right. Because I can carry on being miserable and whining myself, being a victim, and or I can take it in the hand and change. So at some point I went out, like when the same problem came up again. I had to leave the bungalow because I couldn't bear myself anymore, my miserable state. So I went to my room and I was like, that was the conclusion. I need to change. I'm tired of myself. I'm tired of this whining myself, being victim, and so on and so on and so on. I'm tired of this suffering, which is self-inflicted, because I'm doubting, because I'm whatever, because I'm in the negative thinking, I'm in the drama, and so on and so on. It wasn't easy, but afterwards Guruji came in my room and he was like, come on, what's going on? Like the same game, but this time I didn't bite. Because I was sure, because before I always asked, and it was like I wanted those, I'm gonna help you, everything is gonna be fine and whatever. But even if he would have said something like that, it wouldn't have changed anything. You notice that sometimes you want help, but you don't really want help. You want somebody to pity you. Because you get attention, give me more attention. And you see it working, wow, let me be more victim. Maybe I get more attention. And then you call it love. You're always speaking about love, but you don't see that I'm suffering and you're not giving me any love? That's an energy game. That has nothing to do with true love. So I came to that point where I was like saying, he said, what's going on? And I said, nothing. One thing only I have understood. I have to change. And this time I was serious about. Like this inner battle, there was an Arjuna inside which was like taking on his bow and say like, now let's go. Like I'm not gonna stop anymore. My purpose is clear. I wanna win this battle against this negativity. I wanna get over my shadow. I'm tired of suffering self-inflicted suffering. I have a clear purpose and I'm gonna do what I have to do. I need to change. You should have seen his face. In that moment, I just said that, in that moment, it became the sweetest face of Guruji you can ever imagine. With his glowing eyes, with his slight smile. And what was he saying? And I will help you. Did he ever leave me? Did he ever, when he said the 100,000 times, I can't help you, really he couldn't help me? His help was telling me I can't help you. Because if he wouldn't have told me I can't help you, I would have sit there and be like a little dog which wants, give me more, give me more, give me more. No freedom, but he wants to set us free. And if we are ready, then he is definitely ready. So have a clear purpose, find your discipline, help each another in that, and just keep going. And by Guru's grace, we will all reach where we belong. Jai Gurudev.